righty.
I've already introed the players, introed the decks, mentioned the spiciness that is about to happen.
Yes,
and one of our viewers is suggesting we take a shot for every time we say spicy. I can dig it. Barkeep, get me a bottle of your finest rum.
Juicy.
Oh my fucking god.
So I don't know if you checked the deck lists, but this card is being played on the mono red side of things.
Oh. Yeah, start now.
So it's gonna be a hot tamale tonight,
That sounds hot.
and it sounds spicy. Shot. I'll be keeping tally of how many shots I need to take.
Whose egg is this?
It's not. It's probably mine. I only
It's
ate
mine
one,
now.
but you can have it. I'm supposed to be losing weight. Don't tempt me with chocolate.
I am losing weight.
Yeah, you've lost weight. You dum.
It's a continuous effort.
Okay, so opening hands for both players are being drawn, and I'm gonna. Oh no, don't worry. I'm gonna do this.
Let's scoop into each
So
other.
that we can. There we go. The chairs click together as though they are Tetris bricks.
Herbie.
I don't even get that reference, but you know this guy's super old. So.
Balding.
Yeah, bolding. And you've got like what, 10 years on me? Well, that's.
What?
You've got like 6 years on me, right? 88,
85.
84
3 years.
You're from 85? That means you have 9 years on me. Alright, we're actually off. So, Pieter de Wachter does not do anything turn 1, and turn 2, VIII Pyromancer. Dealing the first 2 damage of the game. Ben Van Hol opening with an Evolving Wilds and fetching. This will be the first sign of things to come for Pieter, seeing a forest.
So do the viewers already know which decks they are, or did
Yes.
you just
No,
say-
I mentioned both
Yeah,
players.
we saw one of the cards.
Yeah, I mentioned them, what's being played on the left, what's being played on the right, and the interesting inclusions. Well, the interesting inclusion in mono red and the entire deck for the right side of your screen.
I also like that you remember to unmute yourself before you did
Yes,
everything.
yes, I did. Okay, so it's already clear with the what is that card called again? Spore Crown Thallid. A 2-mana 2/2 that buffs all your other fungi or saprolings.
One would say he's a pretty fun guy.
No.
Juicy.
I know there is at least one person right now sighing in the chat for that pun. And there is a foil Legion Warboss.
Show off.
That's a big one. It's gonna make a guy, or a goblin, I should say. Attack with both the goblin and the pyromancer. The goblin gets eaten up by the Thallid, as is to be expected. Punching Ben Van Hol down to 16 life. So
That's a good
that's
follow-up.
that's a good follow-up. We'll soon see it deployed after Ben Van Hol plays the planes into the Yavimaya Sapard.
He's a pretty sappy guy.
Yep. A 2-mana 2/2. It's a fungus, so it gets +1/+1. It makes a 1/1 Saproling, gets +1/+1. So Ben Van Hol suddenly with a 2/2, a 3/3, and another 2/2 on the battlefield.
It's kind of like he has a Legion Warboss of his own.
Yeah, kinda. Except that
No,
his
he does
Legion
it
Warboss
once.
gets shocked.
Shock
And-
through the heart.
Oh, that actually hurts. Physically hurts. You know, if there's a removal spell for the Thallid here, Ben Van Hol's board gets a lot less impressive.
Okay, quick question from the chat. What format is this?
I've explained that already.
Oh, good. I can ignore you.
CB Dominic. I answered the question there. So, a Skewer the Critics took care of the Thallid, making a new token, and attack with the new token and the Pyromancer. Pyromancer trades with the fungus, and the other token dies to the Sapard. Turn passes back to Ben, who is in a pretty
Yeah, it's
okay
been pretty
position
good.
right now.
I feel like
Especially after the Vicious Offering takes care of the Goblin Rattlementor. Wait, that's not what the card is called, is it?
Legion Warboss.
And boop, in for 2 with the Sapard. sending Pieter down to 18, who forgets to adjust his life total. But look at that, Ben does it for him. So, Pieter, 4 mana. Experimental Frenzy. Nothing to scoff at. Pretty good card in this position. It's going to let him draw... Well, it's not going to draw anything. It means he does not get to play the cards in his hand anymore, but the top of his library is now always available for him to play. Oh, look at that. Someone else is asking what the format is. You may do that. I'll follow the game in the meantime.
Yeah, so the format is Gentry. It's a budget version of Standard, which limits you to 15 uncommons and 4 rares or mythics that have to be one-offs.
Boom, Pyromancer off the top. Literally, because he's allowed to do that with Experimental Frenzy. Hit for 2, send him down to 14. Look at the top again. Firebrand, look at the top again. Question your life's choices. Wizard's Lightning the Sappered. Boom, that's out of the way. Look at the top again. Find a mount. Find a mount. Look at the top again.
Shock.
Find a 1-drop. Lava Runner. And there you go. That's what Frenzy does, people.
I think that was one of the most insane frenzies I've ever seen.
Yep.
And it's comparable to one I did myself on the King of the Hill table.
But after the attack, Ben van Hal plays what's that card called again? A Fungal Infection, or is it Spore Swarm? No, Fungal Infection is the black card. Spore Swarm, yes. Spore Swarm, 4 mana, make 3 1/1s, blocks the attacking creatures, and they die. And Pieter is left with his Frenzy and his Pyromancer and passes the turn back to Ben, who cracks the Evolving Wilds for a swamp, I would guess? Yes, a swamp. What do you mean? I'm not making any puns.
It's like LSV is casting with the second LSV.
See,
LSVception?
yes. I mean, I scrubbed out 1 and 2 as a champion, so I feel like that is comparable to LSV, right?
Yeah. So I'm Randy Bueller, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
I was so good I stopped playing to give other people a chance altogether.
Basically, we are the much worse versions of Randy Bueller and LSV. But at least we have fun. Ben van Hal, 6 mana. Fungal. No, is it fungal? No, it's Saproling Migration. Make 4 1/1 Saproling tokens because it was kicked. As you can see in the card viewer.
I don't see any frogs. It's a joke for the Dutch viewers.
So, Lava Runner again. And now Chain Whirler off the top. No, land. Chain Whirler now. Nope. Pieter is contemplating what to do. Attacks with the 2 2/2s.
Clean sweep incoming.
No. Ben tries to block a non-attacking creature. That is not allowed, so he ends up just trading his 4 tokens for the 2 Lava Runners, which is trading 1 card for 2 cards, though sadly, Pieter has access to more than 1 card a turn.
I agree that players should physically kick cards if they want to use kicker.
But what if they kick the table and then our camera setup goes all memories up?
It's not like the screen.
Oh, look at that! More
right
4. Yeah, the white balance seems to be a little bit off. But there's 4 more Saprolings. Let's see if Pieter can make another huge field of hasty guys, creatures, I should say. So draws the card for the turn. Sees something on top. Contemplates whether he wants to play it or not.
Has a handful of
He has
basics.
a handful of cards.
He actually
he has
tapped out a bunch of times.
Yeah. He has
So
a
he
bunch.
can
He has plenty of cards in his hand that he can actually still cast if he decides to, at some point, blow up his own Frenzy. But Wizard's Lightning, first of all, takes care of 3 of Ben's life points, sending him down to 11. Looks at the top again, finds a Lightning Strike, sends it to the top, goes to 8, finds a land, plays it, and starts looking through his grip full of cards. So as we can see, his grip is a bunch of gas and a single mountain. So if at some point he decides to blow up that Frenzy, he has a lot of action. So though one crucial thing his hand does not contain is direct damage. So he's not actually able to just end step, destroy frenzy, untap, kill you. So that's a big thing.
He has more gas than an average Magic player after Taco Tuesday. So this guy does Taco Tuesday and Thursdays, I think.
I can dig that. So Ben just attacked for 4. And another Saproling Migration. 4 more tokens. And we are now in a situation where Goblin Chain Whirler will be whirling a lot of chains. Oh,
you
look
could
at that.
say he'll be a world of trouble.
Yay. Interesting, Pieter did end up deciding to destroy that Experimental Frenzy. Draws a land, plays a land. 8
Still
mana
looking
available
at
now.
the card as he draws them like.
Direct Current to the face. Boom. Down to 6. Importantly, Direct Current has Jumpstart. He is able to discard a card to do that again. But first off, light up the stage. Exile 2 cards. They are both lands. So, big thing here. Gets both of those lands off the top of his library. I don't know if he's thinking about playing one, but he's already played a land this turn, so that is not allowed. I don't know what he's doing.
He thinks he has experimental.
Yeah,
frenzy.
probably. There is another light of the stage. Boom.
I was gonna.
2 more cards in exile. And ooh, there is Lightning Strike and a Vance's Blasting Cannons.
Die große Kanone.
Yes, the card I showed before the match started. If you want to pull that up, it has a lot of text, so we can talk about that a little while Pieter is deciding what the best course of action for this turn is. So, 4 mana enchantment. It will exile the top card of your library every turn, and you may cast it during that turn if it is on land. It's hard to cast lands anyway, so that's pretty fine. But when you cast 3 spells in a turn, you may transform the Blasting Cannons, and it transforms into a land that taps for red or taps, and you pay 3 mana to do 3 damage. So, with an opponent at 6 life, that land just, alright, ping you, untap, ping you again, and you are dead. But here, Ben van Hal attacks for 8, sending Pieter down to 4, which means a flipped flipped Vance's Blasting Cannons, or a Spitfire Bastion, does not do enough damage quickly enough. Because
What's this card?
I think it's another Saproling. I don't know where it's coming from, but
Wait, he tapped 2 for.
maybe another Saproling migration, because I see the card is driven as a Saproling migration, so it's possible that he made 2 more Saprolings just off the side of the screen there. But we also, of course, see a Lightning Strike in the exiled cards for Pieter. So Ben van Hal at a virtual 3 and 1 card in hand. So no, it's a Song of Realize. Okay, interesting. That was not a Saproling token. That was a Song of Realize. That is pretty impactful if that thing gets to keep going. But Lightning Strike to the face on end step, sending Ben down to 3 life. So let's see. Top card of the deck.
We
Gets
already
added to
have
the
the
grip.
direct current, right?
Yeah, but that's not enough.
Yeah.
But here's the attack. Ben taps 3 mana, 4 mana, Spore Swarm. Makes 3 more blockers. Blocks 1, kills.
No, block with the wrong one.
Play another land for Pieter. And then the question is, does he have the damage? He does not. Scoops him up. Some crazy frenzy turns.
Saprolings is
But-
going for it.
He actually got obliterated by just a huge swarm of spores. And yes, he did pass through migration services. We have our custom setup here at the door to make sure that everything is in accordance with local law.
No problem there whatsoever. So let's have a look at the sideboard for Ben first. We have 2 Naturalize, 4 Moment of Craving, 2 Ill-Gotten Inheritance, 3 Duress, 2 Dead Revels, and 2 Crushing Canopy. So definitely the moment
Definitely
of
bringing in those
craving.
4 Moment of Cravings, as an addition to those 3 fungal infections already in the main deck. That is gonna.
3 fungal infections?
Yes, there they are.
over
Yeah,
there.
and
Juicy.
I am a huge fan of Fungal Infection against Mono Red. That card absolutely houses. So if you add 4 Moment of Cravings to that, I think you're already golden. I think you don't want to bring a Naturalize, honestly.
But he has. No, it's too dead a card.
Yeah, the card is too dead in too much situations. I mean, as we saw, he doesn't need to survive a lot of turns because he makes a pretty impressive board of himself. I mean, he obviously has to account for the chain whirler that is possibly on the other side.
Have you seen the deck name?
Yes. Yes, I have. I even read it out to the people.
I love it.
But let's see what the mono red deck can bring in.
So we have 1 maximized velocity, 2 dual shot.
Coming in for sure.
3 direct current. 1 radiating lightning.
Absolutely.
3 cosmotronic wave.
Absolutely.
1 frenzied rage. And 4 hijack.
Yep.
So we have 4 sweepers and 2 dual shots probably coming in for him.
Though, might that not be a little too much?
No. This deck doesn't do anything else.
No, but do you even want the dual shots?
Yes.
What else do you take out? I mean,
that's
you can only take out 6. To take out 6 cards from a mono red deck is to dilute your main game plan very strongly. Like, I can usually find 4 cards to take out, but 6 is a lot. 6 is a lot. I would be
more there for mono blue probably.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, against mono blue, you definitely want that, I think. But or in the mirror, you want that. But I think here you just bring in those 4 mana, deal 1 damage to all enemy creatures that he has access to. So, did you see how many cards came out and went in?
No.
Because I didn't.
If only we were
Oops.
good coverage, guys.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see.
I have to say, I'm rooting a bit for Saprolings to make it to the top 8.
I can totally agree on that. I will remain impartial because I don't know either of these people. So
it's not about the people.
I know. I know it's about Saprolings for you, but I have no particularly strong feelings towards Saprolings. I mean,
do you have feelings though?
Some would say I do.
I'm not talking about Hungary.
Oh. I mean, I felt sad after I lost round 3. Does that count?
I thought you were going to say I felt sad when I ran out of food. Because of the Hungry joke.
I know. But, ouch. Boom, Firebrand.
Right in the fields.
Hit you for 1.
All these mono red players always have turn 1 fire.
Yeah, you always have it.
Always.
You never not have it.
Ugh.
Boom, tapped Golgari Guildgate. Free skies for Pieter.
Do you feel sad when you hear the hymn of the motherland?
Soyuzne rushemi. Yeah. So boom, Firebrand hits for 1, lights up the stage, and plays a land. And passes the turn after that, apparently, because this was obscuring the screen there. So, Ben plays an Evolving Wilds, thinks about what he wants to do, and passes the turn. So that pause there makes me strongly believe that he has, in fact, got the fungal infection up right now, which could obviously be interesting. So, attack for 1, and there we go. Boop! Kill the Firebrand, make a token. You may not cast stuff with Spectacle. Oh, look at that. It's a Chain Whirler. Killing 1 Saproling. You know what? I think if you're in Ben's spot here, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Chain Whirler's gone.
Yeah, fungal infection, one of the strongest tools you have against mono red. With the exception of the Gitu Lava Runner, it just kills their creature.
While you still get a token. And then even still versus the Lava Runner, you minus one, and block it with a token.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky enough that their Lava Runner is not active yet, you even get to keep your token, which makes it go absolutely crazy.
Very strong.
Very strong. Da, comrade.
The Prolins are strong.
Oh my god, I want to die. So, Ben went 4 planes to complete his color scheme.
Oh wait, he's playing white as well?
Yes.
What for?
I would say for... Wow! I totally missed that while talking about the deck. So the card you'll see here in your card viewer is the reason he plays white.
It's the only reason as
Yes,
well.
absolutely only reason. Which, you know, casually turns off all the creatures.
Only a single planes in the entire deck.
Really?
Yes. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's real nice. Okay, so in the meantime, Ben deployed a whatchamacallit, Thallid? No, not a crown spore. Spore crown. There you go. Spore crown Thallid, to make his things bigger. Chainwheeler attacked, hit for 3, and then the Thallid got shocked.
I can't hear Thallid and not hear Phallid, and this art is not making it better.
Why you gotta do this? Slimefoot the Stowaway.
The cutest of all
Fungi.
the Dominarian recruits.
Yeah, very true. So, a 3 mana 2/3 that whenever a Saproling you control dies, drains your opponent for 1. And you have 4 mana to create a 1/1 green Saproling.
Irrelevant is dead.
But indeed, he gets skewered. He was too critical of the mono red game plan and thus was skewered. 1 more red mana for a Lava Runner and boom for 5. Ben goes down to 10. No, he does not, because Ben has a fungal infection and as we talked about, will -1/-1 Lava Runner and then block.
Do you know
So Ben
why
goes
the
down to 12.
Lava Runner has haste? Because it's too warm to stay.
I mean, honestly, flavor-wise, that's probably correct, but anyway. So, Ben at 12 life, facing off a Chain Whirler and a mono red opponent with 4-ish cards left in hand? 3 cards left in hand. As if he heard my words, he put them down. So let's see what Ben wants to deploy here to fight off this Chain Whirler.
Come on, Saprolings.
Starts off with a Spore Crown Thallid, and then another Spore Crown Thallid. So now they're buffing each other to become 3/3s.
Come on, Spores.
I had no clue what he was just playing. I was just continuing to talk, so...
Don't stop believing.
Boom! Across for 3. Ben down to 9. Light up the stage. Exiling a Mountain and a Lightning Strike. So that's one thing that can kill a Thallid. Or go to the face. Depending on what Pieter wants to be doing. He wants to be passing the turn, apparently.
Game 1 was won by Saprolings.
Yes, so Ben Van Hal on the right of your screen. So a land for Ben. Goes up to 5 mana. Any of the Saproling makers right now would be huge.
Yeah, Ben's really been hurting for the swarming
Yeah,
in his
the
deck.
token makers, yeah. Tapping 3 mana. I don't think he has any Saproling makers that make 3. Cost 3? No. Attacks for 6 first.
Yavimaya separate.
Ah, yes, yes. True, true. Which would also be pretty big here because it would become a 4/4. It looks like that might be what he's
actually,
deploying, or-
no, it's a lot worse. He plays the other. I think it was Tender Shoot in his hand.
Ooh.
But the Lightning Strike is...
Would have killed, yeah. So this is now a 5/3, the Deathbloom Thallid. That was too cute. You tried to be too cute, Niels.
Yes.
It's a 5/4, and when it dies, it'll make a 1/1. Until that 1/1 realizes, hey, there's 2 Thallids here. I'll become a 3/3 now.
So the fun thing here is that he's inviting a attack into block, into Lightning Strike, into killing the Deathbloom Thallid, to get rid of the Lightning Strike.
Right.
Yeah, I would have waited here.
But Pieter goes for
and-
the Lightning Strike on the Thallid
no,
and just
Ben,
attacks.
Take it. No.
Ben takes the damage, goes
Ben
down to
should have
6.
blocked,
I agree with that.
because Tender Shoot...
And boom, skewer the
Skewers?
critics. Do I hang up your phone?
no. You're on your own for a second.
Okay. Go, go, go. So he's gone. Focus. There we go. Work my magic. You know what? I'm going to leave the headphones down. I don't need them. Okay, so the Deathbloom Thallid is attacking, sending Pieter down to 11 in the meantime, apparently. Yeah, we'd also forgotten to realize that damage had been dealt. So Pieter is down to 11. Ben is at 6. Pieter draws his card for the turn. Bangs over again with a Chain Whirler. But now, after both his lords have been killed, Ben starts finding his token makers and makes 3 Saproling tokens using the card you should know by now. Spore Swarm. It's been played a lot, and I should not type double M's apparently. 3 1/1 Saproling tokens. So one of them has blocked the Chain Whirler to soak up some damage. And there it is, the card Niels had been hinting at, the card that's been in his hand for a couple of turns. Tendershoot Dryad. So we've got a 2-2 with Ascend, which is already active, so he gets his King City's Blessing straight away, and in every upkeep, both his opponent's and his own, he'll get a 1/1 Saproling, and all the Saprolings he already has have +2/+2, because Ben is blessed by the city. And Ben is wondering what his deck should be, and boom, attacks over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. That's a wowzer of a hit.
Wow.
Sending
Wait,
Pieter down to 2.
Pieter did nothing while I was away?
Pieter attacked with the Chain Whirler and passed the turn. So this is looking very overwhelming.
G to the G's.
Boom, another Saproling token off of the Dryad. A hopeful attack with the Chain Whirler, and the concession, Saprolings takes it 2-1 after 2-0, I should say.
What's the middle card?
Deathbloom Thallid?
No, in his hand.
No
Wizard's
clue.
Lightning.
Maybe. Anyway, Mono Red drawing far too many lands for their game plan to properly function. Game 2 is off the board, and Ben is into top 8, right?
Probably. That's what we're walking over.